Today is gonna be at least $600 in profit. I gotta admit, 2 days ago I made no money. Yesterday I made 150 bucks, which is good. Today, I don't know what happened, but everybody's listing their stuff and just things are really clicking. And this is the usual flow for me, but this week, after going on vacation last week, I was just having trouble getting the momentum back. Even though I was out there looking for deals, they just weren't there or something. And today, I felt like everything was listed. And so I've gotten 3 phones so far. All of them are over $100 in profit, anywhere from 110 to 125, I think. So we'll call that about 350 in profit. Day's not over, it's about 345. My day is kind of getting to be over because I call it quits right around time, 4, 5 o'clock. But there's still more things to be found for either later today or tomorrow. Anyway, the phone's $350. I found a PS3 for 20 bucks. I'm not even sure if I'm gonna make money on that. Maybe $50. I don't know. I've never bought one before, so I don't know what I'm doing. It just seemed like a good idea. And then while I'm there getting the PS3 though, they had some weights in the yard getting rained on. Look at this. I don't know if you can tell, but they're wet. They're back there rattling. Man, I saw that it was a bar, 30-pound bar. It looks like a 45, but it's really a 30. He had 2 45s on it, 2 25s on it, and it turns out he also had 2 10s. I said, cool, yeah, how much for these weights? He's like, 30 bucks. 190 pounds in weights for $30. That's, approximately 15 cents a pound. The market is rough for getting weights right now. You just kind of can't find stuff new at all. So people will buy stuff for the new price, which is about $1 a pound. So let's just assume that'd be a flat dollar. I might be able to sell it for more like $1.25 a pound, something like that. So I'll either make $220 off that, or I'll make $160. So somewhere in between, probably be about what I'll get. But you add up all those numbers, and we're 550 to 600, somewhere in there. I also had another deal that didn't happen that might happen, and it's 300 plus pounds of weights for $100. So that one will be another 200 to 300 bucks in profit, because on top of that, the Bowflex was with it and a weight bench, both in shitty condition, both in really shitty condition. So I had asked them if I didn't have to pick this up, but I think they want me to get everything. They're just anxious to get rid of it. The weights do need to be cleaned up a little bit. Pro tip, clean them up a little bit. You do get a little bit more. I'm not much of a clean it up and sell it kind of person, but it does help. If you can put some vinegar on it, get a little bit of the rust off of it, and spray paint it, that will get you a little bit higher value. But anyway, so you can see how, like, if I were to get 1 or 2 more phones, and if that weight deal goes through, we're looking at a $1,000, maybe $1,200 day in profit. So, but to make 550 to 600 is about a normal day when you really put your mind to it. Now, if you live in a very tiny town, you're either gonna have to travel a little bit, or your deals won't be as plentiful. If you live in a really big town, you might have to travel a little bit. Your deals will be plentiful, but the competition will likely be harder. So you got to think of creative ways to, to get these deals. And one of those ways, I feel like I've covered this before, but I'll have to do maybe a whole video on it. You basically are just be super freaking aggressive, and if you trust their profile, you give them 20 bucks or so to just take the item down, and then you give them a limited time where you're going to show up. If you show up, you give them the rest of the money. If you don't show up, then for the hassle, they get to keep you 20 bucks. And you need to explain that to some people, because they'll be like, well, I don't want to take your money, but then they'll happily sell it to someone else. So you got to get them to take that money sometimes if it's a really, really good deal. Otherwise, you're going to have a situation where they're selling your stuff and you're missing out on a deal and you're getting your heart broken. So anyway, reach out to different niches, stay on it, check every hour or so for a few minutes, see what's newly posted. Forgot one thing. The weights were at a sort of like a come and go as you please, middle of the day moving sale. So you look on Facebook Marketplace and you look up yard sales or garage.
In 2 miles.
They're not always like, you gotta show up at this time and this time on Saturday and Sunday. They're sort of like, hey, it's the middle of the week, we're moving to California. We need you to come get our stuff and give us pennies on the dollar, that sort of deal. And so when I went to pick up the PlayStation, that's where I found the weights. They weren't advertised. And so one of my biggest scores of the day ended up being an unexpected one. And these weights, I'm gonna dry them off, clean them up a little bit, and they will be gone for sure for $200 or more, or probably about 170 if I had to guess. 170, they'll either sell for 200 or 225. But as you can see, that's pretty freaking awesome. And even if I stopped my week right here, I know people making $600-700 a week before taxes, and they're working all day every day, and that's BS. You don't have to live your life that way. Come over to the dark side, take a chance, or work your butt off before work, after work, at lunch. Hustle, man. The deals are there, the profit's there, and my hardest day of my life is better than working a job. So peace out. Hope this helps some guys.